Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back in the Mazda MX-5 for a track guide, this time at Tsukuba 2000 full layout. For those who are new here, I show a fast lap first and then go through my guided lap, explaining all of my references to help you go faster. If you are only interested in the guided lap, I'll leave timestamps in the description so you can skip to the specific part you want. Let's get into it. These were the session settings in the UI, and the track conditions are shown here. Feel free to pause the video to see a specific setting. Let's get into it. But before we start, I'd really appreciate it if you all subscribe to my channel and like the video. Thank you! So for turn 1 I brake at the start of the panels on the left and use 80% brake pressure. I use first gear and don't trail brake too much as the car oversteers very easily here. I take a late apex and don't touch the curb on the inside. I get back on throttle when I can see the exit curb. I do this gradually, especially on cold tyres, as the car can spin under acceleration here. I use all of the exit curb and you get a 1x if you touch the grass. This is the best chance on the track to overtake, so prioritise the exit out of the final corner so you can make use of it. For the left right after, in this car it's easily flat, so just take the shortest line possible. For the first of the two banked hairpins, I brake just after the dirt patch on the right near the curb. You can carry much more speed than you'd think due to the banking. I brake to 75% pressure and use first gear. I keep tight to the inside curb but don't touch it. I trail brake slightly, but again the car oversteers a lot if you do it too much. I get back on throttle gradually when I see the auto sport board on the outside of the corner. It's very sketchy in the exit when you have cold tyres, so be careful on lap run of the race. Don't run too wide as there's a drop down on the curb, so you can also lose the car coming back onto the track. For this right hander, all I do is lift in second. I turn in when the barrier on the left changes from brown to white. I take all of the curb in the apex and get back on throttle just before it to carry more speed onto the exit. You don't want the car to go too wide here to set up for the next left hander. Here I take a wide entry to make sure the car is stable when I brake. I brake just before the end of the green astroturf to around 80% brake pressure. I use first gear and trail brake slightly to get the car turned in. I get a late apex so I can get back on throttle earlier to get a good exit. I get back on throttle when I get to the inside curb, and I let the car run out to the outside curb to carry more exit speed. The exit out of that corner is very important as you can make moves into the final corner if you get enough overspeed. For the final corner I brake at the blue part of the barrier on the left. I brake to 50% brake pressure, just enough to get the car turned in, and then trail brake. I take a late apex so my entry line is quite wide to make sure I get a good exit. I keep the car in third gear and get back on throttle at the start of the red and white curb. I aim to apex at the end of this curb and you get a 1x on the exit if you touch the grass. So that was a lap of Tsukuba 2000 full in the Mazda MX-5. As always with this car, the cold tyres are a nightmare. This track is different because a lot of the corners are mostly slow and banked. There's a lot of oversteer on cold tyres for most of the corners, under braking and in the mid corner, so on the first few laps of the races it could be very interesting. It's very difficult to pass here as the only main place to do it is turn 1, so it's definitely worth defending. Even if the car behind is faster, it's really that difficult here. You may just surprise yourself. If you found this guide helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also now become a channel member if you so wish. And I'll leave you the third person laps at the end of the video.